This is August 19th, about 10 minutes after 6. Lois is all excited, getting ready to go. Got everything packed. Pretty near, right? Do you have everything packed, Lois?
Almost.
Still got to go to Kmart. Well, this is Sunday, August 20th. It's now approximately 8:30 Anchorage time, which would be equivalent to 11:30 Iowa time. We've been on the go since left home this morning at 5:30. Everything's been pretty much on time. But it's been a long day. Lois has talked me into going for a walk now to watch the sunset in approximately an hour and 15 minutes. This is looking out our hotel window, the Hilton in Anchorage. Across the street, some kind of a Saturday market or something like that. Just looking out the other window. I'm fortunate enough to get a corner window, corner room, so we can go both ways. Looks like the clock up there in the corner says 8:40 and it's 77 degrees. A real nice day for Anchorage. They say anytime it gets above 70 degrees, it's hot. Lots of mountains around. Real pretty coming in on the plain. Lots of snow-capped mountains. We can see Mount McKinley from the bus as we came in from the airport, 200 miles away. The room is not bad. If they get $248 for it, they wouldn't get me back. Typical hotel room in Iowa that you probably pay 50 or 60 bucks a night for. Come here a minute, Lois. You can see the train that we're going to be traveling on.
Where?
Clear down there at the railroad station.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's apparently the old railroad house down there. And there's the train. See the dome cars?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I can see one up ahead. Looks like about 3 of them. Can you read what it says on the side or anything?
I think it says West Tours.
Waiting for the sun to go down for what's called Resolution Park. It's kind of a winding spiral set of decks. Building in the background. Captain Cook. looking out over the bay. Captain Crook looking out over the bay.
John, huh? Yes, I believe it. What is your favorite picture before anything starts? This week, not gonna bother you. Just tell me. Smile. Thank you. Oh, I don't mind taking
Okay. Well, I need to tell you a few things about the boat as you get going this morning. We have life jackets. They're here in the front, center, and aft compartments. We have restrooms at the stern on either aisle. I just found that twist last morning.
The white streaks that you see in the rock is quartz crystal. Soft, it doesn't sound soft when you hit it together, but it is considered a soft rock. Now you'll notice as we get up closer to the glacier that there are transverse cracks in the glacier. And they're kind of like my slinky. As we look at the Portage Glacier, we look at all of this ice. It takes about 80 years for a snowflake that lands up in the Whittier ice field up right to your right, look up to the sky. Those are seracs. The transverse lines, if you look to your left, you'll see some transverse cracks, big, wide separations, kind of like slices of bread that have moved apart, or a deck of cards that's fanned out, or my slinky, that's a crevasse. They really don't, they just separate and break off. But yes, the glacier moves 8 to 10 inches a day. 8 to 10 inches a day it moves forward. In the winter it doesn't move quite that fast, but it does move continuously forward. And because this wiggle, very slight wiggle movement, but because of the wiggle movement, it does continue to break off and stack up in the winter. If you look at Burns Glacier, you'll see a waterfall coming out of Burns Glacier, and it looks very dirty and gray. That is full of glacial flour. That is where the Burns Glacier, with its tremendous weight and pressure, has ground. We never know when Portage is going to drop. They do things when they're ready. Well, that's what this ice does when it's ready. Those of you upstairs can hear the moaning and groaning and creaks and cracks of the glacier. It's constantly moving the ice with the rock on top. The rock acts like an insulator, and that ice has melted very slowly. Now, all those rock piles that you see to your left, that's the moraine. Now, when you got on the boat this morning, you got on at a rock pile just like that. But it's called the terminal moraine. This is the lateral moraine. And all that rock was piled up, bulldozer fashion, by Portage Glacier and Burns Glacier. Burns is on your left with the waterfall coming down. But all this rock was ground up, piled up by the two glaciers. That's not piled by man over there. And that was called over Portage Pass to Whittier, which is only 3 miles over the pass, and watch the Super Bowl game. Then some of them come home by train and others will ski back. And it's used again as transportation, also recreation, because I'm sure it's very beautiful. You can also see the lines where the glacier has scarred the side of the mountain. I always want to say cool and clear, and you know it's cool. I mean, it's snow. What do I expect? Huh? After you admire the waterfall, if you turn and look to Portage Glacier, you can see where it comes. Overload of snow, and when it comes down with great force and just cleans everything out in front of it. But we had two here on the lake this winter, and they landed on the ice, did no damage. But we do have a lot of avalanches here in Alaska. As you travel the road, you'll notice signs that say safe avalanche area or do not stop an avalanche area. You may even see gates that they put across the road.
Mm-hmm.
Explaining these things. Are you explaining these things?
identify it.
You identify.
I will, you know,
You identify. You talk into it using me.
We're on the McKinley Explorer on our way to Denali National Forest, National Park. Riding through some fairly high mountainous country, and now we're down low again.
Where was this?
Oh, it's on front page. I have the story. Donald read the story. Hey, Don, where's that story? We'll pay you $10.
We're sitting on their
Oh, yeah.
upper deck of this train. We just came back from having breakfast down below in the dining car. All very nice.
Was it their naked block?
Turning an arm flat, butt flat.
Beautiful. I thought this. How about mountains over there?
I don't know, both of strong determination or something.
Nothing but trees here. Front of this train, the front part belongs to the regular Alaska Railroad, and the west tube has 5 cars, and then there's cars for Princess behind us. Today is Tuesday, August 22nd.
Can we stick our tongue out too?
Tell us what we're doing here. Tell us what we're doing here.
Stop on the track on the way up to Denali. Up to
Denali. Denali.
Denali. Is that the correct pronunciation?
I don't know. That's good enough for me. And we're getting ready to meet the other train coming down. And we're going to moose wave them. Right?
That's what we were told. Everybody's supposed to moose wave the other train.
Give us a little sample of a moose wave. Come on. Give us one. Right here?
He's just meandering nicely.
Yeah.
And he's up there still.
He went over the
See it? Stuck in the ground.
There's another one up there on the hill.
There's 2 of them on the hill. See the brown one and the one that's on the
See it?
Window down.
Okay, does anybody see the second caribou?
Yes.
There's the big one there on the left, and then another one on the right. Look around, might find the fourth.
Cool. You got it?
Wait a minute. There you go.
Let me see it. see where that other tree is? Where this tree is, there's one through there. Just past this big tree there. See it?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one to the right of these double trees. A little bit. There's no rack. The one just past the two big trees. This guy's got the big rack. There goes the other one between this big tree and the one.
Oh, look at them. Oh, yeah, look at them. Oh, aren't they beautiful?
Oh, man.
Going right up the hill.
There they are.
Yeah.
Three babies and one big one.
Pull up.
There they go.
I just want to get a chance if I can get in.
Here you go. There's no little cubs. Oh, she got three.
Yeah, three.
He's coming left. He's coming back left. If I can just get three. Actually, I think I can get How many points do we have now to go?
That was good.
27.
That's four. That's four more. That brings our total to 6. So far, if it wasn't for Bear, we wouldn't be seeing much.
Oh, there's a big one.
That's great. Oh, there's one.
There's three of them.
That one? Oh, their window.
So that one's
Hey, babe.
they're well camouflaged.
All right, go ahead. You can't. You're not gonna be able to see them with that.
Four more.
Yeah?
Smaller one. The other two are pretty good size.
It's a good size.
Pardon me while I take over your seat.
That's right.
Let me see. Turn around. Look at him.
This guy just is moseying along the bottom.
Yeah.
Munching.
I see got him eating.
That's right.
There's over here too.
And the other one, I see his white tail.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you one thing, they really show us a lot of respect. They show him the white flag. They did. Yeah.
Put your head up. Thank you.
That's a beautiful shot.
Much nicer. Yeah, because you can.
Oh, look at him now.
Rack sticks out.
Look at him. Oh,
Oh, wow.
look at
Oh.
This is
that's a beautiful shot, bro. Get your camera. You can take
Yeah,
that
go
one.
ahead. Let me open the classroom.
much better now.
And it's against the skyline. It's just perfect.
Turning around for it.
Right?
Uh-oh, here we go. There we go.
Somebody's
Oh, that's beautiful.
God. When's he gonna fly?
Oh no, these are caribou. The reason they don't let reindeer on here is because the reindeer might teach
Are you
the
seeing what this
caribou
is?
to fly.
Caribou? You gotta tell what they are.
You tell.
So they're really smaller than are they bigger or smaller than reindeer?
Wranglers are just domestic animals.
But I thought
I
he
mean, they
said
look
one or
at
the
the
other was
Same species.
he said one was bigger than the other.
That's what this one's showing.
Camera, bring them in this close. Same species. They're just domestic animals.
There's a lot of things to mess around with and
Now this is Thursday, August 24th, and this is in Fairbanks, Alaska. Raining, 54 degrees. Looking out the window of our hotel. We're on the 3rd floor. Not much of a town. Lois, what time is it? What time is it? Come here a minute. What?